suntan. We walk with a run one, let me bun one. I'm a go let them too hot for your suntan. We walk, run one, let me bun one. I'm a go let them too hot for your suntan. We walk with a run one, let me bun one. I'm a go let them too hot for your suntan. We walk with a run one, let me bun one. I'm a go let them too hot for your suntan. We walk with a fire that we ain't Satan. Say hello when they when that's where they come from. Yo, run one, let me bun one. Too hot for your suntan. Fire that we ain't Satan. When that's where they come. Yo, run one, let me bun one. Too hot for your suntan. Fire that we ain't Satan. When that's where they come from. Yo. Let me bun one.
Yeah. Let's hope this mic is working. Let's hope everything else is working. Alright, impulsive stream. Going to work on some music. Just felt like it. So we're running up the stream. This is an idea I started yesterday, I think. Went in a meeting with the team to schedule a new event for later this year, hopefully, if all goes accordingly. So yeah, decided to stream fresh out of the box track, and maybe let's get right into what we already have and what we still need to do, because I do feel like I'm pretty far already with the track. Just going to mute the things I added a couple minutes ago. Yeah, I'm definitely ready for Austin Beach, playing from 3:30 till 4:30 p.m. on a Saturday. The weather is also looking pretty dope. I think it was like 25 degrees at the beach. Maybe when Saturday arrives it will be 23. Because Belgian weather always goes down when the date arrives. But yeah, looking forward. Going to get some groovy tracks going. Can't stay too long though, because my brother is getting married that same Saturday. So going to be one heck of a day. And starting off with some lunch at the beach on Saturday noon. But yeah, here's the track. Still don't have a title, just a fresh idea that I started yesterday. Now we'll look deeper into if it's still valid and if it still pumps. So let's roll it. pretty clubby. So that's basically all I already have. I think now we go into a kick and bass solo type part.
All you gotta do is dance.
So this is basically the idea we came up with yesterday. I really like it, but there are still some imperfections on there. Wanted this track to get a slow start. Hey, yo, Velmer, let's get it. Nasty vocals is my type of style, you know? But wanted this track to get really building, so didn't want a big drop with the synth all the way open. So we filtered out the mid bass, but I do think it's filtered a bit too much. Let's pull down on that. Maybe like something like that. So yeah, I was actually planning on checking out the drums right now because I do feel like I can get a bit more snappy on the drums. So I got my offbeat hat from Push That System in there. So yeah, let's check how it does with that. So that's a bit shaky. I think I more want this snappy a bit up. Really using it as a click. Maybe we can layer it with our original hat we used for the track. Let's see how these sound together. A bit harsh right now, but definitely where we want to go to. Don't want too much tail on these hats because we have a very busy bass line. Together with the vocal. Also don't want too many drums on there, so it's not too cluttered. Again, because the bass line is pretty busy together with the vocal. So we got our rolling 16s on there. And these are ducking with the offbeat whenever the offbeat bus hits. We can maybe take away a bit more mids. Right. Still needing like some kind of synth in the background that really adds to the second part of this drop and really rolls into that breakdown. So let's check what we have in our synth bus. I think I already had something on here yesterday, so let's check what this was. No sound. Dang it. So we got something like this. Maybe really put it in the back of the mix with some reverb. on there. Put this EQ afterwards as well. We need to elongate this. We can maybe go like the Phrygian one. It goes like up at the last bar. Something like this. Maybe not the Phrygian one. Maybe even down. This needs to be.
All you gotta do is dance.
Alright, so not quite sure if you want this type of sound, but for now it's a good filler, I guess. Let's automate the cutoff a bit. This is still in the drop. And this is the breakdown. Something like this for now.
All you gotta do is dance.
Not sure on the note dip, so I'm just gonna skip it for now. Maybe create one long note. Don't know. Don't feel like jumping notes right now.
All you gotta do is dance.
So let's work on this build-up right now. So this one's going up.
All you gotta do is dance.
And there's quite a bit endless smile coming from this mid. I'm gonna delete it right now, or maybe make it less prominent.
All you gotta do is dance. All you gotta do is dance.
Yeah, we're gonna mute this bad boy when he reaches the end. I'm really not sure of the sound though. It's just the first best thing I picked, just to get the idea down.
All you gotta do is dance. 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 All you gotta do is dance.
I like how the vocal still has that small tail on there. Maybe get a bit more delay out of these last ones.
All you gotta do is dance.
Not quite sure on the hat. What's my processing on my vocal? Oh god, absolutely a shit ton of stuff. Like I really don't know what I'm doing, but it's a very big chain with loads of EQ processing and EQs and more EQs. Then got some reverb. Got some ozone on there as well. We got some DSEQ. We got some trash to really make it filthy. We got the spectral resonator with some settings I tried out, which sounded nice. Got some fresh air to really push out some fresh frequencies, as they say. And the compressor to really make it squishy. And yeah, that's basically the first. Yeah, the metallic sound really comes from the spectral resonator, but you can also do it with the vocoder or some. I do have some stereo plugins or Vovox, some kind of. Gem Voice is also a one where you can achieve different kind of robotic sounding feeling. I'm also looking, if anyone knows it, how I can create. Does anyone know the track "Moving Disco" by Santos and Sony? I think it is. And his vocal goes something like this. Let me play it very shortly, or I'll get the copyright strike. Is it gonna play any minute now? No. Yes. I really want to know how to make that vocal. I really hope I don't get copyright by just playing it for a couple of seconds. But if you know how you can create that type of vocal, I would really love to know what you guys use for that. But yeah, so my vocal processing, just trying out random stuff, making it fit in the full track. By really EQing it in. I do feel like it's still not at its best level on this track. Although we're getting there. And with re-listening to the hat I added from Push That System, I'm not. Maybe it was too loud. Just gonna put it down. And if I still think it's annoying, I'm just going to press the delete button.
All you gotta do is dance.
I do feel like I don't want to pre-drop stop. Because we have it here. So I think I'm going to let it go. This one goes to -2. Let's dim down the sustain at the last bar by a ton. -30. And let's not get it too high. -6 is the limit. We can maybe do some cool stuff with the vocoder to really get that snare roll the attention it needs. Man, my hand is sleeping. How can that be? Wake up, boy. Dang. Gonna have to do some. Ah, yeah, that's better. Don't know if you guys hear that. Woo! Alright, the hand is back. Lost my hand for 2 weeks from the boat party. Don't know if you can still see some burns, but the hand really got smacked. Smoke grenade exploded in my hand. That really sucks, man. But the party was lit. If you want to, I uploaded my 2-hour set on the channel, so you can get a feeling. Unfortunately, me lighting the smoke grenade and it exploding in my hand is not captured on the 2-hour live set, so unfortunately you won't be able to see that. Yeah, so you got these flares that you need to ignite, and when you ignite them, normally they do not explode or give out a big flame when they ignite, but mine did. So yeah. Was out for 2 weeks, but we're better now, better than ever. But I think it was like from the 8th of June till I think 21st was for, yeah, a small 2 weeks. Had to bandage up my hand and let it heal, but you can still see it. I can still feel it when I really put them to work, or when I'm too long in the sun with these small wounds. But yeah, my skin needs to peel off at least 30 more times before I'm age 100. No, I don't know. But all is good, still up and running. But yeah, the boat party was absolutely bonkers. Let's get this snare the treatment it needs. Maybe something like this, I don't know. Yeah, no, the pitching down is not the way. Maybe add some more bass by filtering down. And not too much filtering here. Okay, let's see how this sounds. Also need to let this one slide through. I don't know, I feel like I'm adding it all in the last bar. just to delete it again in an hour or so. But yeah, if you don't try, you will never know, I guess. I'm kind of liking the sound right now, but yeah, still not sure. Something needs to happen with the sound. Okay, I got an idea. Let's duplicate this bad boy and mute the old one. Need like... I know in my head what I want, but I'm not a sound designer, so I'm gonna have to look for it. I can edit patches, but I'm not a wizard. Oh, look who we have here! Mr. Razor. For everybody watching now, or everybody watching at home afterwards, after the stream ends, Razor released its first EP on my label, Whatever Fits the Groove, last week Friday, so it's been like 4-5 days since release. So definitely check that out. It's the one for me. EP on label. Also got a new tune coming out by Mox, also an EP, I think, if I remember correctly. It's coming out the 18th or 19th of July, so not this Friday, but the Friday after. And he's my boy all the way from China, by the way. He's initially from Ukraine, but he lives in China, so yeah, got lots of music coming on the label. Super excited for that. Maybe I'll put in a release myself, but I don't think so, because I have a lot of releases planned and in the future. Actually coming up 25th of July, we got an EP. Play the ID, mate. Yeah, I'll play it. First I'm gonna need to have a new synth sound. I'm searching for like... I don't know what I'm searching for. Salvation. No, just kidding. Holy Jesus, that's loud. I don't know what this is, but let's make it more... I think that's something we're looking for. Maybe keep it going. Or just add the drums back. I feel like I can use the solo bass and mid bass on the final drop, so I'm going to... Yeah, let's do it. Let's keep the drums. Yeah, I was planning on doing that with not a pitch bend, but I tried it like 10 minutes ago to add a pitch shift, but I did it with the notes on the piano roll. But yeah, maybe pitch bend it. Yeah, let's do it. One semitone for the creepy vibes, and one down for the extra creepy. No, two down, just to be correct. Alright, it's time to go to the drawing board. Oh, dang. Halloween is coming early this year. Yo, Peter, what up? How is your day/week going? Oh, it needs to glide, not cut. So something like this. Yeah, the pitch band really is some. Thanks. We're gonna keep that in there. But I was planning on adding the drums back before we pitching and sliding that stuff. So let's do that quickly to see how it rolls into that drop. Oh yeah, by the way, Razor, are we gonna go day drinking this Saturday or not? Like early on. Festival opens at 2. Gonna eat lunch at 12. Maybe just hold back and let everything out on the festival instead of waking up at 8 a.m. Definitely need these drums on the second drop. We're gonna save the kick, bass, and mid bass solo for the last drop. Yeah, day drinking for sure. I don't know. If I go out on Friday till 8 a.m. in the morning. No, just kidding. And we'll have to go straight to the beach. So what I'm gonna do right here is duplicating the lead pitch band. So the one we added just now, but this one is the 1 to -2, if that's clear. 1 -2. And I wanna pitch bend this one way more. So let's start with 12. I maybe use it as a riser in the first drop or the first build up, so it's not a weird ass sound that's coming, so that the listener already has an idea of the bending that's coming in the second breakdown, just to tease them a bit. Oh, dang. That really sounds like an alarm. I do already have an alarm in here, in my FX bus. So I'm gonna have to mute that for now, so it's not getting too busy. And maybe because we are bending 12, we can start a bit lower. Maybe let's also mute the old riser we had. don't know if I should go to 24. I think 24 will be extreme. But if you don't try, you won't know. Let's try 24. We're gonna have like a small balloon. No, that's alright. Why are you stopping? Why is he stopping? Ah, right. I think the filter is... Yeah. Stupid filter. Okay, so... Maybe let's play with the stable parameter. The further we get. The question is if we I don't want the build up to be this cluttered, but I do think we need this to go all the way open. Because if we do not let it all the way open, we lose that extra aggressive tension that's coming in. Maybe only till 9K or 7.5. We can also dim down the volume of this mid bass because maybe it's a bit too much in the build up, and the more we get into the build up and the more elements that needs to rather go away or get blend in with the rest. And as I'm going for a slow start build slash drop for the first one, we can't give too much in the first build, so we're going to I'm gonna close my window because I can hear people talking all over the place. Dang it. Alright, it's time to get the sauna cooking because the window is closed right now, so no air is coming in. And it gets pretty hot in here super quickly, so yes. Can't wait to be all sweaty. So what were we gonna do? I forgot. Yeah, I think I was planning on just dimming the volume on this one. Just so it's not too much in this build. And it's also cut off as that because the release is cut off. Yeah, maybe we don't want it to be cut off. Why is this cut off? Is this the bass buzz? Mate, it is. Oh, the bass buzz didn't go down. Alright. maybe need a different snare. Let's also try and search for a snare that's a bit more different than this one. I like him, but I feel like it's clashing too much with the elements. As if we mute the snare. I can also dip the volume a bit more off. Together with the auto filter, and I wanted the low pass. This one can be a bit more. Right. So now we have a bit more space, but we need to fit a snare in there that, you know, works. Needs to be a bit more deep, the snare. Let's use the Ableton feature to show some similar files. You never know what's in there. These are all pretty. Let us open this folder. Show in places. Yeah. And maybe something like this, a bit more deep. Let's try it out. That's a lot better because the highs of the previous snare really mashed and cluttered all the vocal and lead, because these were using the same frequencies. So now by using a bit more of a snappy low end type of snare, a bit less of the endless smile is needed here. I do like the snare way, like the way we're going for a new snare, but I think we can get a better one. We don't need a lot of tail, so it just needs to be a punchy one without a lot of white noise. Let's try and check some similar files to this one. This one does have this. Yeah, I like this one, but he needs to be more up front. So we need some more volume. Although we do not. Oh dang. Is the stream still up? I'm getting a... YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Oh, anyone experiencing buffering? I think we're still live though. I'll check if the snare... Yeah, the snare's mono. Alright, nice. So let's for now use this snare. Although I have a feeling... I already knew what was up. This vocoder we turned on for this part was all the way up. Thought so. Rookie mistakes. Okay, does change the story of the snare. Alright, nice. Yeah, okay, I said before I used the hat I used in Push That system, or I actually added it like a couple minutes ago. I'm just gonna press delete because it's annoying me again. And if it's annoying, you just press delete. Remember that shit. But wait, let me try my old snare as I just put out the vocoder. Alright, nice. So I was looking for another snare because my snare didn't sound good anymore and it was super vocoded. Which added white noise or some type of noise to the snare, which made me think it was not fitting in the mix anymore and I needed a different snare with less white noise. So moral of the story, never forget that you check what is enabled and disabled plugins you need or do not need, because yeah, I was looking for a new snare, but I do not need a new snare. work on this vocal bit. So I'm using Ableton's shifter to get some weird noises out of this. I really want this sound to really get fucked up. Maybe the reverb with it as well. So let's put the amp on there, on the rock mode. I think this one needs to be no pitch bend, just the regular tone. But I really want to push it to the back and to the sides, so because the mid sound I think is pretty centered. Actually dead in the middle. I think the only side information we're getting is this. The returns channel of the mid bass. But we want to really keep this one in the middle, although a little bit of sides wouldn't hurt. Let me check what I can do with the TAL chorus. If it sounds shit, it's just pressing delete. If it doesn't, so much better. Put it at the end of the chain. Maybe a bit less. I kind of like it. It's just a tiny itty bitty bite. Oh. We still want it to be that fat sausage. That's the general rule of thumb. So if we listen to our low end now. I also feel like I want to have some interesting bits in the sides with some type of delay. I'm gonna play around a bit with the timeless tree. Let's roll with that today. Going to put this on the bus. If I layer another mid sound on top of this mid sound, although I do not think I will do that, but if that happens, both layers have the same delay. That is why I'm putting it on the bus of the mid bus. The bus of the mid basses. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So yeah, actually didn't use this plugin a lot. So I'm just going to scroll through presets if I find something interesting. I can also do it as a send channel. I think this will also be better. I have a send channel over here. Let's push it to there, but it's not doing that much. I think this needs to be at max. Okay, so now it's a send. This send channel also has some reverb, so it's really in a dimension. Although I do think this bass verb is gonna be too much now, but yo, this lead sound is way too much. I do feel like the mid bass now has a bit more interest to it. Not quite 100% agree on what it is right now. But I want to hear it in full. Only with the mid bass. God dang it. Pretty noob. I don't know how to solo play the mid bass with the send channel. But let's just do it on ear and on taste. So for now, let's just mute or turn off everything else so we can really dial it in. This is too much. It's the wrong type of delay, I think. It's like playful filtered. Nah, I just want something regular, basic. Just a modern delay. Maybe playing triplets. How do I put it on triplets on this? Man, Timeless really ain't my plugin. I think I do just triplets on the... You know what? Screw Timeless. Let's just use the regular good old Ableton delay. No need for fancy plugins. Alright. Yeah, that's really a minor detail, but it really helps. Just giving that bass that extra interest it needs. And maybe now, because we deleted the extra reverb on the delay on the send, we can really push a bit more on the reverb we had over here. You can also check out what this reverb has. It's just the default setting. Should we keep it like this? So is the stream quality still up and running? YouTube is giving me some current bitrate is lower than the recommended. What is it saying? It's 3 dots. I can't read it. We recommend you use a bitrate of 6,800. Would love to know if the quality still is pretty good. But anyways, moving on. Yeah, I think this is the baseline we need for the track. So let's add everything back in. So this sound can be pretty wide. Just put it as wide as possible. I think I'm going to dim a bit in the mids because I really want this to be on the sides. All right, so my OBS is giving me, I don't know what kind of vibes OBS is giving me. I think we're still live. Let me chat in the live. Oh, we still running, baby. Let's see if this works. Should work. Stream is still up and running. All right, okay, no more stream problems. So we're gonna mid-side EQ this. Put it on the mid-side to really dim out these mid frequencies because we only want these on the side. Because we have our other elements, like the mid bass on the middle, so we can maybe really boost. And then we can maybe also auto filter this one down so it really drops back in, but not in a weird way. So it doesn't lose its energy too much. So like this filtering down here. That we can build again from there. All right, so let's check out what we have right now. Maybe good to put on the drums. So this build still needs a bit of work. There is way too much endless smile going on, but I don't know from where it's coming. I think it's from the mid bass again. Oh yeah, of course. Holy moly, we don't need that much. Something like this. We don't need any at all. We didn't use it here. Maybe an EC beats a tiny bit. And also the low cut. Maybe just also a volume dip on the kick I'm hearing that I want. Right. Yeah, so I'm not gonna make the same mistake twice. This vocoder is deleted on my end. No more cluttering. Also thinking of volume dipping a bit on this mid bass again, so the impact on the drop is a bit better and higher. Okay, this sounds pretty clean. The only thing we still need to look in here is the pitch up lead, because it's a bit quiet. Maybe we can also put a tiny each less sustain on the mid bass, because I feel like it has a bit too much sustain. So it's a bit more plucky, so if you dim it down, we need a bit of sustain, not too much, like 8. it grooves a bit better when it's a bit lower sustain. But it may go up in the build-up. Like together with the sustain to really get that hype feeling going. Not too much, gotta be careful with the sustain. Use 32 here, let's use 31 here. No, 30 to make it even. So our brains are relaxed as well. Oh, dang. This one's turning out really heat. Definitely will need to check the vocal again. I had the idea to use like the transition of this part like that. It really like a really sustained dance to go in this part. I kind of did it with my track Dream Affair, where it just sustained into the breakdown, but I really forgot how I did it, so let's just try something. I think it needs to be this one. Nope. This needs to be on 0. Something like this. And then maybe use the regular dance and just warp it in there. Okay, we definitely need a bit more energy in here. Maybe thinking about adding a ride. Also going to filter up. let's add everything in the same groove. We are using a groove pool, so maybe it's best to get everything on there. Not a lot of groove elements in the track. But it's best to everything that's on the 16th to get it in the same groove so it feels cohesive. So we did that right now. Alright, it's time to turn on the FX again. So in here we want a big crash, exhaust crash type of thing. So it's time to go on splice. Too bad you guys cannot see my splice screen. Oh, you can. I have my stream open there, but it's a bit delayed. But you guys can see it, so that's good. Hopefully you guys can hear it as well. So we're looking for like this big exhaust to really emphasize the breakdown. Yeah, maybe just something like that. But a bit less used. So we're going for this rare Ultron exhaust. Let's go. Jesus Christ, that was loud. It's not sounding how I wanted it to sound. That's a cool sound. Let's put it in there. For now, I liked it. Don't know what BPM it is, but we'll manage. Ow. That was loud again. It's nice, but not the sound I'm looking for. Maybe something more like this. I do think it almost sounds the same. Yeah, this rattle needs to be way quieter.
Deep in the groove.
A lot less. Also really need to filter out these lows. I think also pre-drop to make the drop hit harder. I will also on a later phase put the instrumental in a bus and sidechain the vocal on it on certain parts so the vocal really shines through. But that's really a mixing problem and not a production problem, so I'm gonna do that on a later phase. Be a bit quieter. Wouldn't it be cool to also give this a type of robot feel? I don't know. We can only try. Also, looking at this transition, the vocal could use some and the smile or some reverb or some delay on it. All right, now we're rolling.
All you gotta do is dance.
And this all you gotta do is dance also needs to be filtered upwards. There we go. Oh! The one, the only Zapdos is in the house. You ready for the big day Saturday? Not too much stress. That's my brother joining in the chat. He's getting married, and Saturday it's party time. So I hope you're ready, cause I'm ready to get fucked up. No. Of course you are. All right, looking forward. Gonna be a beautiful day. Weather is looking good as well. Could be cool to pitch this guy down. tiny eeny beat. While also making sure not too much highs are going through, so maybe
In the groove, in the dash, deep in the groove, in the dash, deep in the groove, in the dash, deep in the groove, in the in the groove, in the dash, deep in the groove, in the dash, deep in the groove, in the dash, deep in the groove, in the
dang, I can't stretch it. That's cool. Okay, so I do not want it to be low filter that much. So where's the filter though? Wait a second. And I really need to learn to clean up the projects. Ah, here he is. We do not want it to be filtered. And this now can go up like the one before. Maybe it's also on the loud side. Let's put it down decibel. Right. Sounding nice. Also dim it down maybe by 4.5. This is sounding way louder than you. Let's dim this one down by 2. So about an hour ago, I decided to let the build-up go the extra bar so we don't have a pre-drop. And I told myself I was going to delete it again, knowing myself. And look what we're doing. We're deleting the pre-drop again. I don't know, I feel like it's nice, but I think it's gonna hit harder this way. Something still needs to change. It just doesn't drop the way I want it to. Okay, let's check the track how it is so far. There's just something with the low end, I think, that's not matching. Or just the sub. That's taking away, or is too prominent. Let's remix this only with the drums. So my feeling is saying it's a bit too loud. If I'm looking at something that's pretty okay. maybe it's the kick I'm using. Although, yeah, let's try and fit it a bit better in there. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm yawning a bit. Sorry for that. So we are going to EQ the kick a bit, just to fit it in a bit more. See how much this changes? Too much. So without this EQ, the kick feels very bombastic. When I turn this EQ on, it just feels a tiny bit more cohesive. So let's do this when the drums are muted. Let's also analyze with our eyes. And also maybe compensate for the gain lost. 13.5. So we lost 2 dBs. Alright, this is sounding okay for me. On its own, it's sounding pretty dope. So this is our bass. Let's take this pattern and paste it over here as well. I do think the stream is lagging a tiny bit, as I can see on the dropped frames. Really don't know what the dropped frames is, but we sometimes have internet dip. Internet here isn't that great, so my apologies on any lag or delay or dropped frames. But it's the music that counts, I guess. I hope the music sounds good. I mean, audio quality wise. You have to decide for yourself if you find what I'm making good. Alright, this low end sounds a lot better than before. So, really EQing that kick in helped a ton with the space in the low end. Also, fixing the MIDI of the mid bass. And also EQing down the mid frequencies a tiny bit. And for the mid bass, everything was fine. Now let's check back with the drums. Sounds okay. Would want to put some reverb on the clap, but I'm not too sure if I want to do that. Because we gotta keep everything pretty snappy. Let's check if we can. As I'm listening to this track for way too long already, I can't decide if the mid sound is too loud or too quiet. One good trick of the book is just to put down your own volume, so you almost can't hear it anymore. For you guys, it won't be different, but now I'm listening on pretty quiet headphones. Snare build is also pretty loud. I'm gonna dim this one down again. Put this deep back here. To do this like a bit more downwards. That's cool. Man, I can't decide if I want the drums on the second drop or not. I deleted and added them like 50 times already. I really can't decide. I think it's nice with, also nice without, but it doesn't feel right with. Listen and decide. Man, it really feels powerful without the drums. Just taking them away quietly and slow. Now we maybe need this pre-drop we are using here. But we need the drums back on 0 when this one starts. And then maybe we can just bring back the 16s here. The only thing I'm thinking about is this. All you gotta do is dance is. All you gotta do is dance. 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 All you go don't think the Endless Smile is still active. Oh, it is.
All you gotta do is dance. All you gotta do is dance. All you gotta do is dance. All you gotta do is dance.
Maybe we need to put this all you gotta do is dance is a bit different. Make the dance hit on the one. And maybe double on this one. Oh, you gotta. Oh! Something like this. It's cool. Maybe we can also slow down the track to 128 because it's a pretty 16 roller, and I do feel like 128 may feel better. Of course, now listening for how long am I streaming? 2 hours to the 130 version might feel slow today when listening to it, but I'm gonna keep it at 128 because I think it's the safer option for this kind of groove on the 16 notes. damping or dimming the volume here only when the kick gets removed. Maybe we can remove a bit more to really add some more tension. This is a bit sudden. So you kinda need a transition there. We have a transition. Do we have a transition somewhere in this project? I think I do. Yes, I do. Over here. These are pretty quiet. Feel like we need a riser of some sort. We do have this one over here, or we have our alarm, but we were using the harmonies bus that was muted. Let's add the riser again we had in the first half of the stream, which is muted right now, but we can always put it back. filter it too much. Let me quickly put this on here. Maybe for now let's mute the synthesizer, because I have no clue what to do with it. Oh, Jesus. My ears are really telling me it's time to call it quits for today. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 10 minutes already. Damn, time really flies by when you're in the studio. So yeah, we did pretty much a bit of everything today. A bit of mixing, bit of new idea creations, a bit of sample searching. So yeah, this is an idea. Probably gonna finish this tomorrow. And then it's time to test it out. Maybe this Saturday on Austin Beach. I don't know if this is the vibe from 3 till 4 p.m. though on a beach. I think it's a pretty club related track. But yeah, we'll see. For everyone who tuned in on the stream, thank you guys for tuning in. For everybody watching at home after the stream on a later date, also thank you for tuning in. For those of you that do not know, I have started my own label the 18th of June, and we already have 2 releases on there. One is Devil's Juice, my own, its debut release, and we also have Razor's EP. That has been released last Friday. It's called The One For Me. It has 2 really sunshine groove tracks in there. So if you want to check it out, link is in the description. And as always, stay tuned for more, and I see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for tuning in.